All right, hey, before we kick things off here, I want to talk about our friends at Miller Lite. A lot's changed over the years. One thing that hasn't is the great taste of Miller Lite. Another thing that hasn't changed is that it's less filling. So what's the best thing about the original light beer? Is it great taste? Is it less filling? Miller Lite sparked this debate in 1975, and we haven't settled it yet. So Miller Lite, keep it simple. It's undebatable quality, great taste, only 96 calories. It's the beer that strips away everything you don't need and holds on to what matters most. A light beer that tastes like beer, less filling, and only 96 calories. The original light beer since 1975. I'm a great taste guy.
It starts with great taste.
Yeah.
I do love that I've started to see the commercial be memed. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Where they have the guy screaming, "It's both." Have you seen that?
Yeah,
so I love that commercial is kind of making the rounds, becoming a meme. So
I have. Well, you don't have to choose what's best. Miller Lite has great taste and is less filling. It tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/midshow, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer. On that note, all right, Bang Bang, welcome to the Mid Show. This Mid Show is pre-recorded because we will be in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, so we won't be able to be live. We are moving Barstool Chicago HQ up there for
Camp Barstool.
Summer camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you excited for camp, Dave?
This is blogger school, right?
I'm excited to blob Eddie into the sea.
You're going to need more than you if that's the case.
Go together?
Yeah.
I think I just have been like dreaming of like putting spiders just to the moon.
Have you ever seen like the good videos, not just like, oh, they jump 10 feet in the air? There's some where it'll catch and it'll launch them 100 feet in the air. And
I saw one on TikTok today that was
Can we pull those up?
preposterous.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try a blob, so.
Here we go. Yeah, I was talking to the interns out there that they've all done it. They've all done it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, I've been dreaming of this since, when did the heavyweights come out?
Yeah, mid-95.
Yeah, so since I was 10 years old, I've been dreaming of doing the
Have you
blob.
done it?
Yeah, I have actually once. But when you watch heavyweights, you're like, is that a real thing? Does a blob exist outside
I feel
of
like
movies?
It wasn't popular until after that movie.
Yeah.
And now, is it always called a blob? Or was that like, Tony Soprano's boat was called the Stugotz?
Yeah.
It was a boat. Like, was that just called the blob?
I think
You know what I mean?
it probably made it popular.
It's like a tissue.
Like it's
Kleenex
not a
situation.
brand name, you're saying.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering. Is it a tissue?
And it's so
Kleenex?
discreet. Like a blob could be anything, but everyone immediately thinks it's the big inflatable thing in the water.
Yeah. I
You
don't
know?
know. I'm
What
excited
came
for
first, heavyweights or the blob?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's going to be archery.
Here's a good one. And I believe it is a blob. If you look up blob.
That's what I think of when I think of blob.
Oh, my God.
Two people.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the one this guy's like a gymnast. Though.
Yeah, that guy's like actually like there's ones where people like don't realize how high they're going to go and they're just flailing.
22 meters, so that's 60 something feet.
Yeah.
I've seen one recently, it was on my TikTok, where it's some like normal sized girl and like that guy had full control of his body. This girl was flailing like it was
belly flops.
It was like she was in like in the space station where they just kind of rotate however they feel, and this girl had no control of her body whatsoever, and it looked very painful.
And if you're just listening, that guy was on a scissor lift, so like he went to orbit.
Yeah,
like he was way higher than like anyone else.
It's definitely cheating. I don't like that.
This should be an Olympic event more than breakdancing. Because if you have that guy who's doing like high dive moves after getting launched, I would be way more compelled to watch that. If you get judged for height, so you could have like two like big guys on your team and then two divers.
Yeah, the one getting lifted needs to be like almost like a jockey. They got small, agile.
Either the jockey or the girl that they throw in the air.
You definitely can't be like that girl who just went and plugged her nose in midair. You gotta have it down more than that.
Needs Simone Biles on.
Yeah.
Eddie, you packed your water shoes?
Dude, they told us to bring water shoes.
I'm not bringing water shoes.
Yeah, I don't have water.
I mean, I'm going to try and stop at maybe a store on the way down to get
Target.
some.
I didn't even know they said that. I just asked that.
No, they said to bring like shower sandals.
What's that? It's a sour sandal.
Shower.
Oh, shower sandal.
Sour.
Or sour.
You said sour.
Not your
sour
sweet
shoes.
sandals, your sour sandals.
Are you bringing like sour?
I'm just going to bring like
it again.
I was going to bring,
not sour.
I have like the muck boots, the Crocs. that I'm gonna wear those.
So you're just gonna look like fucking.
I'm gonna have those for walking around the campground.
You got to bring shower sandals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like have you ever been to like an RV park?
Yeah.
That's
or even college dorms. You need sandals. Like I don't think that's that weird.
But I'm saying at this point in your life, do you have them still?
That's just it. I don't have them.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't got the Adidas slides?
I have slides.
But you don't want to shower in your good ones.
But you don't.
Oh, sure. Why not? They're just fucking rubber.
It's the same thing. I'm kind of on his side. I see. That's what I'll do.
So you want like the thinner, cheaper.
I just want a $9 pair that I don't care about,
Yeah.
and I could throw away before I leave.
I guess like I don't really care about my slides regardless.
Yeah, I guess I don't.
So like you're talking a $9 one. I think mine were 18.
Yeah, I mean I'm not rocking like a fucking Louis Vuitton slide
Right,
that's
exactly.
like $400, but at the same time,
Chief's bringing his hairnet and thong sandals for the show.
Hairnet.
Now, Uncle Chaps did tell me that it is supposed to get into the 40s up there.
Well, they said in the email you better pack
but they said like chilly 40s that's cold.
I'm gonna have long johns.
I'm bringing all my hunting gear.
Long johns.
Yeah, the Target sells these like pajama pants that are like I'm gonna get shit for them. They're just a little too tight, but they are so comfortable sleeping at night that I'm gonna be sleeping in those if it gets real cold.
You're gonna leave nothing to the imagination.
Yeah, nuggets are out.
Gonna be an experiment because we've all done like Airbnbs together, but I don't think we've done like barracks.
I've been in a hotel room with Dave. That was our first trip to New York City. This podcast,
and he snores so fucking bad.
So I will say, I've been told I don't snore anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah,
that's gonna be my worst nightmare of this whole trip. Is I am unbelievably bad or light sleeper. You
got to buy earplugs.
I'm
you
probably
gotta
gonna
have
have
earbuds.
But that's a big risk if he's talking about fucking with the spiders. Then you got earplugs in.
Speaking of which.
You got bit by a spider? Oh,
let's see. I can't see it.
You can feel them too, Ed.
I don't want to feel.
Are you sure they're spider or not?
It's not a mosquito.
Show the camera. Yeah, you couldn't really see it from that angle.
It's not a mosquito.
How do you know the difference?
Because I've had mosquito bites a million times. These are way bigger, and it's like there's golf balls. They're like swollen and hard.
Any special powers?
Swollen?
So I think I got bit by a spider. Yeah.
Damn,
that's tough. Is it itch?
No, it's just they're just there. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot in play.
How many days left?
I have been putting cortisone on it though.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like you might have to get that thing amputated.
I might.
That's a good call. I feel like we should probably get bug spray and stuff too.
Yeah. I hope that's provided.
Now I'm thinking I don't want to leave it to chance. I'm making a Target run before we head up north, and I'm loading up on sour sandals, bug spray. I have to get a bathing suit. I left it at my parents' house, so I don't even have a bathing suit. So I got a lot of work to do before we go.
Shorts.
Yeah, you got a ton to do.
Yeah, I got to pack. Drop the dog off. See you guys. We'll be the last ones there.
we need to claim our bunk.
Yeah,
I thought we'd be the first ones there. No, we'll still beat the bus.
We'll probably beat the bus. Yeah, because we'll go faster than the bus.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Do you guys want me to stop for snacks? Get triple nuts?
Nah, we'll find a quick trip up there. I'll get the rib sandwich.
Okay.
We'll be
I wish I could have brought Ace up there. That'd have been fun.
Yeah.
It would have been cool. He would have enjoyed that.
He would have liked it. Ace would have been fine. Yeah. Although he did try to eat his way out of Sydney Wells' place.
That is true. Yeah. He tried to eat his way out of the bathroom. He got locked in the bathroom in the man cave, and there's no lights in there.
His dad was like so high on drugs that...
That's not true. It was the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of elements to battle.
Yeah.
There's going to be snores. There's going to be smells. There's going to be spiders.
Who do you think's more likely to have a freak out up there?
Night terrors.
Rico, who's our bunk mate.
Yeah, Rico's our sixth man.
Or Dave.
I know Rico snores a little bit. I would say Dave.
I'd say me.
Spider factor.
No, the sleeping in a weird spot, I might sleepwalk in the middle of the woods factor.
Did you ever do that down at the Wells?
No, I haven't done it at the Wells.
I'm conditioned. I just went with my friends to Michigan City this weekend, and there was one of the rooms was 6 to a room. It was barrack style, 3 trundle beds, and one guy was having night terrors. Dave, was
he conversation?
It wasn't conversation. He was just like moaning, like
a ghost.
Yeah, we all woke up. We're like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with him? Like, it sounded like he's possessed. I took a video.
Fucking moaning Myrtle.
Ooh. You got video of it?
Yes, I got video of it. I'm just like, I'll play like the first like.
Is their faces can?
Unreal. Fucking Bob on the couch. That's it.
It's like a cow, dude.
This is unreal.
What the fuck?
Dude, he did that for half hour.
That guy needs therapy. What troubles him?
He
sounded like Frankenstein.
No, he's not a troubled guy. He just,
that you know of.
He ate a lot of beverages.
Sounds like there's a lot of in his deep subconscious.
Yeah.
My brother
his soul was escaping.
is a sleep talker, and I used to share a bedroom with him growing up when we were kids, and he'd have full on conversations, but it wouldn't be like it would just be a conglomeration of words put together, and then it'd be like sense. The sign on the wall over there, get the dog, we're going out to New Jersey. It would just be like weird conversations like that.
Yeah.
But it seems super satanic, and it would always scare the shit out of me.
My sister used to have full-on conversations with my mom, who was not in the room. But she would every conversation where she was sleep talking, she was like talking to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
It was very weird.
Temperature is going to be a factor for me. Like I'm going to start waking up and sleeping a little. If it's hot.
Well, if it's hot, what if it's 40? Like they're saying.
But in the room,
in the cabin, it's supposed to be cold in the cabin.
You think so?
It's gonna.
I doubt. Yeah, I doubt they have at camp wherever. I doubt they have heated cabins.
And I would bet money that they're not air conditioned cabins.
Yeah,
I think they'll be fine.
I think
it's gonna be like mid 70s during the day and like low 50s at night.
Now, have you guys done summer camp like this before?
Well, I've told you about my thing I had to do in New Hampshire before prep school, right?
I don't know if you did.
So it was
really.
I think so. Yeah, it's like a 6 or 8 week thing in the summer, and I was on, I think like what doesn't matter. It was on some lake, and you get there, and you had to go to school during the day, and then there was so you had like a summer school class that you took or two, and then you slept in a tent at night, and the tent was on like a deck if they were building like a deck, and then it was just like a green tarp tent, and I show up and I have this like Jamaican guy from somewhere in New York City, a little bit of an intimidating guy, and he got kicked out the first week because he passed a note to a girl saying, I want to put my nuts on your chin. So they kicked him out. So then I was solo for the rest of the summer, which was a treat, but it was like unpleasant. It was just, you're just outside. No, if it's hot, you're hot. If it's cold, you're cold. And that was the situation. So I've done that. And I was like 17 when I did that.
I assume you did not, Danny.
Yeah, several times I have. I was a Boy Scout.
Really?
Yeah. When similar to what Chief described, you're in a cot over a green tent.
Yep.
On like a plank, just daddy long legs on the ceiling.
Everywhere.
The whole night.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And it was.
I'll sleep in the fucking car.
It was.
I don't even care.
It was 6 nights.
Yell at me.
Yeah. And then I did it another time for like our grade school. We went to like a week-long overnighter, but that was more cabin style. This one was actually like tents.
Yeah, and then you could hear, for mine, you could always hear like the raccoons or whatever, the animals like running around the outside of your.
Yeah, you're right in the middle of the woods too.
I've been camping. There was one time when I've
done that too.
We were. I don't even. I
like
imagine
camping.
It's somewhere up in Wisconsin because that's where we typically went. But I was alone at the campsite, and I was probably 10. And I was feeding raccoons out of my hand. Like they knew that there was food and shit around. So they would I was sitting on the table part of a picnic table. Feet were on the bench part, and they were like crawling up to me, and I was literally feeding raccoons out of my hands.
Pocahontas.
It was kind of wild, I remember.
Pocahontas.
Raccoons are so sweet though.
They're kind of cool.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Why?
They're vicious.
They can be.
If they have rabies.
If they have reason to be.
Yeah, don't give them a reason.
They'll fuck you up.
I feel
you open your garbage can and they're in there.
Well, they're scared.
It's a fight to death.
Yeah.
But that's my garbage can. That's not theirs.
They don't know.
They're trying to eat.
Yeah.
I always remember that time with Sydney Wells. Like I made eye contact with this raccoon climbing up a dead tree, going to bed at dawn, and like it looked at me, and Sydney Wells was like, "Do you want to shoot it?" And we're just eye to eye. And I'm like, "Nah, he's just going to bed. Leave him be."
That's like
you would have killed that raccoon?
No.
Could have had a nice hat.
I had a similar one. I was with her brother. This was I think the first year we were out there. I don't actually think I had even met him until this time, but they trapped a coon, and they said that they eat turkey eggs, and that's why they want to kill him. And it was a little baby too, and he's just like, I'm like, oof.
Vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a thing that I had a group of friends in college who would do dumpster pizzas. You ever heard of this?
No.
It's funny because I heard he texted me. I guess Luke Combs was on Are You Garbage? I think it was Luke Combs, and he said he used to do the same thing. So they would call Little Caesars right before close. So Little Caesars closed at midnight, and they're like, "Hey, can we get like 6 pepperoni, like whatever?" And then like they would never go pick it up. So they would throw it in the dumpster, and then broke college kids, they would go to the dumpster and they just get free pizza, you know? And they had to stop because the raccoons were too vicious. Like
Gross, dude.
They just...
That's at that point, that's their pizza. That's the raccoon's pizza.
The raccoon's pizza?
Once it enters,
Yeah.
Once it breaks that force field of
Like they have as
top
much right to
garbage.
that pizza as your buddies did.
Yeah, well, it's not their garbage anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dunkin' Donuts, same thing. Throw out a bag of donuts at night.
you would do that?
No, we did it once just to have a donut war. We didn't eat them.
What's a donut war?
Just throw donuts at each other at the age of 12.
And you would call them in late?
No, they would throw them out every night no matter what. They're leftover donuts. So
yeah,
you grab a nice
yeah.
jelly filled, hit your buddy in the face with it.
Let's pause for a second, talk about DraftKings. If you've been hungry for some college football, well, we finally get a taste this weekend. Don't miss any of the action. Jump in at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's a small but mighty slate of games for Week 0, including a big matchup in Ireland. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. This is going to be DraftKings' biggest college football season to date. Enjoy the ride now, all the way through the expanded playoffs. For all the newbies getting into the college spirit, here's something extra special. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's a great deal.
That's
Jump
a huge
on that.
deal.
Awesome deal. So score big with DraftKings all college football season long. Download the DraftKings app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code MID. That's code MID for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you just bet $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Let's hop back in. You know, the waste factor is just crazy at those places, right?
It's got to be through the roof. They got to budget that in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what also is a crazy waste factor too? Like I said, I was at an Airbnb. At the end of that trip, and like everything is just sitting on the counter. It's like, anybody want this half-eaten bag of Doritos? It's like, no.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You just
when I
I
worked
mean, even when we go to Arizona,
yeah.
when we clean up, it's just like,
my first ever job was in the dairy department at Target when I was 16, and you were supposed to take this little handhold remote controlled price gun thing, and if anything was on the shelf that expired the next day, you were just supposed to automatically remove it because no one's going to buy it when it expires that day. So 2-day-old is automatically remove it. I would remove everything and just take it fucking home. Didn't matter, like the vacuum sealed ribs, milk.
they would get rid of the ribs
They would get rid of anything that was
because you just throw that in the freezer and be. If it's,
no one's gonna fucking
I
buy
guess.
it though.
I
Like
guess.
pass by.
Yeah,
day.
Yeah.
pass by date. No one's gonna buy
Yeah.
that. So it was just overage, and there'd be fucking mountains of food, and I would just price it out and take
Yeah.
it.
We watched that documentary on waste. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. It's fucked up.
It is crazy,
Yeah.
but I don't know how you really prevent it.
It just because there are people who are hungry, you know, and it makes you wish that there was a system in place. Be like, hey, we didn't sell it. We're gonna donate it.
So there's actually a good app. It's called Too Good to Go. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
And there's restaurants at the end. You could pick up like a surprise box of like,
Oh,
That's a
really?
good idea.
you pay like a lot less.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like there's like Great American Bagels on there. And like one time me and my friends were like, let's see what happens. And it's like you get in there, you get like a 12-pack of bagels. Yeah.
Like $5
for like,
or whatever.
for like $5.
Not bad.
That's
Steal.
actually a good job. That's
Yeah.
a good idea. I like that.
Yeah. So that's a good human
Yeah.
waste way to do it. But I guess so. I was in Boy Scouts for 2 years, so I did like a week, like with my dad and like all their parents, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never done like a true 6-week like on your own kind of thing.
I don't think many people have done that. 6
Ah,
weeks.
6 day, you mean?
No, 6 weeks. I feel like that's a big thing.
Who can
like
take
people-
6 weeks off?
No, I'm saying when you're a kid.
Oh,
like you shipped a kid. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think
yeah.
on the East Coast, like that's
Yeah.
a big thing. Like they
Are you
send you to the
sure?
Poconos. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Or even
I know
here.
like
never
Jewish summer camp is like a thing.
Yeah.
And then I mean the one that I did, it was called Wolfboro. I was blanking on the name for a second. So I did that, and there's other ones that are sort of like that, but yeah, maybe it is more of an East Coast.
Did you guys ever watch a show growing up, Salute Your Shorts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I kind of imagine this going to be like. And in that, because I want to like go
Camp
and play
Anawana.
capture the fucking flag and
Yeah.
like dance in Nicky Smokes' face when I dust him down the sideline.
Flashlight tag.
Like that will be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bug juice.
Yeah, that.
Juice.
So obviously this week is all adults. I'm sure there will be people doing a lot of stupid things once the sun goes down. Ghost in the graveyard with some flashlights along
awesome.
this entire campground sounds kind of fucking sweet.
It does.
And all kind of probably,
Hey Dave, count me in for ghosting.
Yeah. I'm in for
Doesn't
that.
it sound awesome?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it
All
sound
that
awesome?
shit.
That was growing up, I lived on one cul-de-sac. It was separated by a main straight street, and then there was another cul-de-sac and another one at the like peak of the neighborhood. And we all had our little like cliques on
Spots,
each cul-de-sac, and we would play. It was teams. It was each cul-de-sac versus each other. So 3 teams, and we'd play Ghost in the Graveyard, and we'd have like alliances in our bunkers and shit. It was so much fun.
We would do that, and
Like
then we
20
would have
kids every night of the summer.
we would just do tag with crab apples. So you just throw crab apples as hard as you can at people.
Those things hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come home with a couple welts.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Crab apple.
Okay.
Yeah. Just good, clean fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also did.
You're going to be wearing a couple crab apples right in the right ass cheek this weekend.
Bring it on.
Dad.
You can't throw hard anymore.
I said it's harder than normal.
Okay.
Just not,
Not what it used to be.
1% of 1%.
Yeah.
It used to be.
It's a shame.
It is a shame.
Yeah, so we'll kind of see what happens, but it's going to be interesting.
We have a boat up there. We doing water skiing or anything like that?
I heard there's going to be a water skiing. I haven't water skied since I was like 20 probably.
I think I'm probably a little bit older than that, but yeah.
I feel like it's
23.
one of those things that's like riding a bike though where you can
I wonder how strong, because I don't have young 20s chief anymore to pull my weight and pull my ass out of the water.
you need a hard boat.
So we had
Yeah.
these friends that had like the shitty boat and it had like, it made a giant wake. So it was awesome for tubing because you could like probably kill somebody if you wanted to, because you would send them off and it would like, they'd be 10 feet in the air. And like, if they caught the wind right, you would just be like, you're gone. But like water, that's what I learned to water ski behind, but it took a while to like get it up to speed. And like I just remember that feeling of just like, just hold on, like, and you're
But once you're going,
once you're up,
momentum,
you're good.
Yeah, right.
But if it's like a slower boat and I'm heavier now, it might be tough getting out of the water. I could probably do it with 2.
That's going to be one of those things this weekend. I would imagine most people probably haven't water skied here, but I remember it took me like a day to learn it, and then I could just do it.
Yeah, and I did have like, because we went to that lake house like every year from ages 6 until 17, and then I didn't go again until I was probably 23, 24, and it did kind of.
Yeah, I guessed
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
You ever done it?
water skiing.
Yeah.
No, I've done tubing, but
Okay.
not water skiing. Water skiing is just not something that I would have been interested in.
It was like, I loved it. I thought it was like one of my favorite things to do. The thing I never could do is the wakeboard. And then now they do the wakeboard where you're just using the wake and no rope. Like you just kind of like use the momentum and the gravity of the, have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
So you like get up with,
Like the e-foil?
That's what Dave did with Donnie, right?
Yeah.
no, but you're behind a boat. You're behind a boat. So the boat's creating the wake and then you're just using like the wave of that. And it's not like, you don't do like I mean, it used to be like an X Games thing where they do like these insane tricks holding on to the rope. This isn't like that. You're just kind of like chilling, coming in and out of the wake. And you're going slower. But I don't know how people get up from that.
You gonna tell some ghost stories, Dave, or no?
Like, are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah. The Midnight
No,
Society.
but I will try to start a fire with sticks and stones.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
We don't have like fire pits or nothing?
We might. I think
think
it's
I-
got to be a sanctioned burn.
Have you ever done that? You know how to do that?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I've seen it on like Instagram reels a
Yeah.
bunch.
Yeah. Same. The survival ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. From like make a cabin, dig it out of the ground. And
Part 9, it's like I've been watching parts 1 through 8. I am finishing all
it's all
10
ASMR.
parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a good breakfast
like-
place up there.
Yeah, this is close to Minocqua.
Yeah,
Really close. It's like right there.
Yeah. No,
Oh, it's
yeah, it's about 40 minutes away though. But I don't know if I want to travel for it. But
I'll travel for breakfast. You know, what's the name of it?
it's true. It's called Wolfpack Cafe.
okay.
It's in Saint Germain. phenomenal pancakes. But the problem is they just make their own hours. They're one of those places. Like one day I'll go up there and the sign, they're like closed. Like we're just
No rhyme or reason.
no, yeah, just they. One time because we go up there with a group of friends and my one friend loves it, and they went there and they said the sign said, "Chef tore his ACL. Will be closed for the next 3 months." No shit. The omelet chef tore his ACL, and there was like. They just didn't do omelets or they were totally closed. I forgot which one. Let's pause again to talk about our trip to Camp Barstool thanks to Mountain Dew. You know what we all need to get more of? Off of our ass.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
With bold flavors and refreshing citrus kick Mountain Dew, it'll get you off your ass and have you feeling like you're on an actual mountain. Anyone got a favorite Mountain Dew flavor? Danny, I know you got one bubbling up over there.
I have one.
Oh,
Code Red.
Go first, Dave.
Code Red.
Code Red.
Code Red's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
I remember when that came out. I was like, "What?"
The branding is awesome.
I know.
The flavor is awesome. The just aesthetics of it is awesome.
I saw a 12-pack of it the other day shopping. I was like, man, Code Red's just the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine probably has to be Code Red or the great Baja Blast.
Oh, yeah. I can't hate that, too.
Yeah.
That Baja Blast great.
It's
Are the boys just going to be in the cabin just pounding Code Red?
I hope.
This is.
going to be awesome.
I don't want to grow up. This is like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, a mountain where the weather is always perfect, your friends are ready to hang, and a day of epic proportions awaits. So, yeah, can't wait to be just sitting in the cabin, you know, maybe playing some video games. Who knows what we're going to be doing, just chatting and drinking some Code Red. The mountain's calling. You should answer. Grab your friends. Grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew wherever your refreshing beverages are sold, and do the do. All right, let's get back into it.
I love when they're specific like that. But they don't really even need to be.
Yeah, but
Say we're closed.
they don't give a fuck up there, dude.
Yeah.
We watched the game. There was an NFL Sunday, and obviously it's the Northwoods, so the Packers were on, and it's like, hey, you know, like, any food? Like, nope, no food on Sundays. It's like
Okay.
they just don't care.
Yeah.
They just don't care.
I like it.
Yeah. Sunday for
I
them.
wonder,
Who wants to work 7 days a week?
not that we'll be able to do it, but you mentioned Northwoods League. It'd be cool to watch some really cool college baseball.
Where is it? Where is it up there?
It's all northern Michigan, northern
okay.
Wisconsin.
You gonna try out?
What's the season for up there? 1 month?
Yeah, 2 months. I mean, when the college season ends to when it starts again in this.
That's all. Is that Woodbat too?
Yeah, it's like the Midwest version
Cod.
of Cape Cod. Yeah,
It always perplexed me that Wisconsin Madison does not have a baseball team.
it's Title IX.
Title IX.
Yeah, but I thought it was like a winter thing too. No, I thought
How
it was
long?
a seasonal
like
thing.
a lot of the other, like Minnesota has one.
Yeah, and I guess.
Yeah.
Wisconsin's the only team that doesn't have a baseball team.
Yeah. I'm
Really?
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Northwestern doesn't have men's track and field cross country.
I had not realized.
They don't. They have women's lacrosse, not men's lacrosse.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to balance it out scholarship wise. That's why.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that's how it works, but for some reason, I didn't think that was the issue. I thought it was just like a hey, it's just not. It's not
Not feasible.
feasible
No,
or
it's-
not worth it to
They
do
had to
anything.
cut one sport, so that's why, like, for Division II and Division III, at least historically, like Carthage College was always awesome because they only had one D2 team to recruit against and no other good D3 teams in Wisconsin, so they were always awesome because there'd be like Division I-ish type talent in Wisconsin that just wouldn't be unearthed other than by the smaller schools in that area.
Does Marquette have a team?
Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I don't think Marquette has a team actually.
No.
Milwaukee does, and they're pretty good. I actually sent a few pictures there, and they were both in the rotation up at UW and Milwaukee, but I don't think Carthage does or Marquette does for some reason.
How was your weekend, Danny?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I had some Miller Lights. What else did I do?
Cubs are home this weekend. You hang out at Clark and Addison, and
I did not actually. No, not this week. I was off.
You're off.
Hmm. What about you guys?
I was in Michigan City up there with my friends, so
Back to back traveling.
How'd you do, Ed?
back to back with the fantasy draft.
No, with the. Did you go to casino again?
Yeah, I was at the casino again.
How'd you do?
Not good.
Not good. Yeah.
Not good.
It's tough.
Not good. No. But yeah, it was like a fantasy kind of thing. So
That was fun.
you hate fantasy football, don't you?
It's not that I hate it. I can just never I can never keep the interest the whole way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole season.
That's how I am too now.
I think it's fun.
So once I started gambling more, I cared less because it's like you end up rooting against yourself. And if it's like, well, I could win this week fantasy and maybe get $500 at the end of the season.
No, but you always root for your bet
Yeah.
in real time. Like, you don't root for fantasy. If you got a bet on a game, you're rooting for your bet.
I agree, but then it's like, so then why am I even doing it? You know, like
Well, it's just a long-standing thing. Listen, our league is not serious. It's more or less just a reason to get together and do something, you know. So that's kind of what it is.
We had a league with like my buddy from college, and then 2 of them moved out to New Mexico, and then one of them came back, and the other one moved to like Seattle. And the guy who moved to Seattle was the one who was like the principal organizer. He got married and had a kid, and he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And so then it's like someone else has to be the commissioner, and no one stepped up, so the league just disintegrated. That was it. That was the end. I think that league ended in like 2014.
Like, for reference, one of the guys drafted a kicker in the 5th round.
Okay.
That's how unserious it
Yeah.
is. So, but I think that pick was, I don't know. It had other motivations.
Yeah. I did it. Our Pitch Picks was doing a fantasy Premier League. And like I've never done that before, and I guess I already fucked it up. Like already, there's just way different rules, and like I don't know how it works. And I did something that you're supposed to save for like the end of the year. I did it the first week.
You think you're the oldest 37-year-old in the country?
Oh, I'm 38, so probably.
You think you're the oldest 38-year-old in the country?
What does that mean?
I just feel like you're
No.
he's pretty
boomer?
He's pretty boomer, man.
How so?
I remember when we first got our Macs. Like, you still brought in that white HP, and
Yeah.
I can't figure out this damn thing. Like,
Well, it took me like a day. Once
I don't think you opened up that Mac for the first year.
for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, why do I need 2 computers? Because I still had like all my other like documents and files from my old job on that computer, and at that time it was like I might need these in the future. I don't want to get rid of them, and who knows what this job is. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna keep everything on one computer, and then that computer kind of crapped out, so I made the switch.
I don't know though. You think most 38-year-olds are tech savvy? Like, at what point is the drop off where you're like, once you get like to 33, that's when
I'm on TikTok. You're not.
I'm on TikTok.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, I don't scroll on it intentionally.
Yeah.
But that's built out of for a reason.
All right. I'm trying to.
I'll make them sometimes.
I mean, I don't think you, the guy who fantasizes about being born in 1932 so he could live through the 50s and just sit around and like play cards with his friends, is the guy to be and like hires a singer and wants 7 Frank Sinatra songs on there. I don't think you're the guy to be like, you're the oldest 37-year-old.
Yeah, it could be.
But I think, that's a little different. I'm saying what I want versus what I do.
I think that you're older. You're older at your age than I am at my age.
Oh, that's
think
a good debate.
I think Eddie is saying.
So?
I think Eddie is saying Eddie has an old soul, but he's saying that you have an old brain.
My brain is sharp as a tack.
I agree, but that's what Eddie said.
Yeah.
Who's more boomer, me or him?
Probably you, dude.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Definitely.
What do you think?
I am like.
Eddie tries to act like it with the Cadillac and shit.
That's
but I don't
different.
think he
That's
is.
That's just a taste thing.
Yeah. But like I think I like lament for things, and I don't like change. And I think you're talking about like the college football thing, where I will just never let that go. I want the conferences how they were back in the day. I still have cable. I like cable.
I'll say this: if you say back in the day, you're probably making a bad argument if you're trying to argue.
But like, all right, I like it how it was in 1996 relative to college football, the conferences.
But what makes a boomer a boomer?
That doesn't make you a boomer, though. That's
what makes a boomer, though? Tech issues?
I don't have tech
definitely.
issues.
I would say that's.
Remember his old phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like your Cadillac. That was a taste thing.
No, that's
Yes, dude.
Me buying an older car is different from you.
Old
not
time
having
out.
a-
But a
It's
Cadillac.
exactly the same.
No, a Cadillac
not.
is like retro, where an iPhone 5 is like, what are you doing?
He said it was a taste thing. I went in, my original iPhone 5S died. They put like the 8 in my hand. I'm like, this is fucking enormous. I liked my old it fit comfortably in my pocket, no case. And I'm like, I like that size phone. So I was like, do you have any other 5S's? And they're like, we can check. And they went in the back and they got me a new 5S, and I used that. And then it was fine. And then like 2 weeks later, like the 10, there were like two iterations of the iPhone came out like consecutively. And then from that moment on, everyone's like, what are you doing with that phone? But I chose that. I could have had an 8 and not.
You chose that because you didn't want to learn the new tech.
What new tech? What new tech? I liked the size of it.
Let's pause one more time. Talk about ChevyDriveChicago.com. Bears fans, big deal here. Opening day is just around the corner, and Chevy Drive Chicago wants to send you and a friend to see the first game. Plus, the grand prize winner will also receive a gift card to help fund your tailgate or whatever you need for game day. Excited to drive the Chevy Blazer up to Wisconsin. Chief.
Hop on in, boys.
5-hour road trip to the Northwoods.
You're going to be running the music, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I've already been curating my playlist.
All right. Love it.
Like, we need comfort, and that Chevy Blazer is comfortable.
Yeah. And I will say, so in anticipation of this drive, I cleared out the car. Hockey bag's gone. Sticks are gone. Golf clubs are gone. Basketball shoes are gone. So, like, there is so much space in that Chevy Blazer. I had Sports Authority in the back of my car for the entire summer, and it's just like, wow, like this, I'm gonna be able to fit 5 people with all their luggage easy.
Yeah.
Now, does the stink still reside in there from the hockey bag?
The bag's been gone. The bag is in the dungeon. Season's over, so that's been out of there for like 2 weeks. But I did finally take the sticks and the golf clubs out.
No dirty sandwiches in there.
No dirty sandwiches. Nope.
So yeah, one more time, enter that contest. Head to ChevyDriveChicago.com to enter to win. While you're there, check out the latest lineup of Chevy SUVs and the all-new Chevy Silverado. Chevy Drive Chicago is the official truck partner of the Chicago Bears. All right, let's hop back in.
I think a boomer is someone who's, you could say, not tech savvy, but also just not hip. Like if you guys
I'm not
now,
hip.
Oh, I'm not.
I think that's what, like if you guys right now were to be like, oh man, this camp is going to be lit, you'd be like, oh, you're a boomer. Like lit is so last year.
I've like fully transitioned into the orthopedic comfortable shoes. Like I wear these like almost 100% of the time, and I know they're the most ugly shoes of all time.
I've also seen this.
Those?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that this morning because I just wear these. I used to make fun of him for wearing the same shoes all the time now.
Dude.
And now my feet just hurt constantly, so I wear my like basketball running shoes all day.
But I've seen
I smell like asshole.
The thing where it's like Danny's socks, right? Those are like the ankle, what do they call those? Like highs?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me pull them out, Danny. Those are in now.
Those
right?
are in.
I'll never not wear anything other than ankle socks.
That's what I like. I know what the style is. I'm choosing.
Yes.
What
Like
I
I
like.
saw Barstool did an Instagram, and I think Gia said, like, what gives you the ick? And she's like, guys who wear ankle socks. I was like,
Oh yeah, that was a crazy TikTok because they were also like, well, they can't be too high, they can't have any branding, have to be white. And it's the whole thing.
no, I will wear ankle socks.
Now the only
So I guess that makes us boomers.
yeah.
It's
Well,
not-
like,
it's like
but
a
that is
retirement
just
party.
Like I'm 38. Do I need to be dressing like I'm 23? No. Like if
No.
Nikki Smokes and I have the same wardrobe, that's a problem for me.
I don't know though, because you don't have to be wearing like fancy shirts or whatever, like a new brand of shirt. You just go back to the socks you wore when you were 10.
Yeah, this is a little different example for sure.
If I would have if I was down to the bottom of my dresser drawer and those high like mid calf socks were the last things, I would fold them under my feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I've
talking
done
about?
that many
Yeah.
times.
But why? But you used to only do that because ankle socks were only in. So why do it?
I don't
now?
want to see sock. If I see sock, it's an issue.
I also, when I see socks
And I only
like
go
that,
black
I
socks.
think lax bro, and I hate the lax bros, so I don't want to be.
Yeah, but you say that, but then just look around and see everyone else wearing them. And you realize
but I
it's
know,
not a lax bro thing.
But it
anymore.
started as a lax bro thing.
Well, you could say a flat brim started as like fucking, I don't know, on the streets, and that became the new thing once.
Yeah, well, I'm more likely to take fashion cues from the guys on the streets than fucking
Well, then you would be
Connor.
dressed like him, and you're not.
Connor who?
some random Connor kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mook? What's your
No. Like I was trying to think of like
Griffin?
like a Winthrop Knipe, like a prep school lax bro.
Connor Knapp.
Connor.
I think the biggest boomer thing you can do is, like I said, be late to the trend. Like, don't even bother trying.
Yeah, I don't
know.
try.
But whereas before, when cargo pants went out, I would say all of us were all over that.
Yeah, but I never liked cargos. I think I had them in like 6th grade. That was it.
We didn't make a big enough deal about cargo pants coming back. Cargo shorts didn't come
They're
back.
back?
Cargo pants, they've been back.
Oh, cargo shorts aren't though?
No,
When are those coming back?
probably 2 years.
You're trying to get those back, huh?
No, I've
Oh, you could fit your Lucy in
I
there. You
have
could fit.
fully
Exactly.
transitioned to just golf shorts 24 hours a day. I love these things,
Yeah, until you spill fucking.
but they
milk on them.
wash off just fine. Look, brand new. Actually, I've worn these like 4 or 5 days in a row, probably.
Those aren't the ones that you absolutely massacred that day I was with you.
They might be. I don't know.
If they are, they clean up well. I don't know. I guess you're trying to equate the car to the phone was crazy though.
No, it's not. You said it was about the way it looked and the taste of it. That's what I knew that there were more phones. I was holding on to it because I liked how it fit in my pocket. That's a taste thing.
Well,
And you acting like you're using all the new tech that comes out with all the processors faster. Shut the fuck up. You don't know anything about the tech. My whole thing was that my tweets are going to be the same. My emails are going to be the same. Everything I can do. It's just like, sorry, I'm not possessed by consumerism the way that you are.
old cars will never be boomer though. They're always like cool, vintage.
Exactly.
What's the cutoff
Nothing
for
from
that?
our age will be though, because they are all pieces
all
of shit
shit.
through our.
They will.
I don't
Like what?
I don't-
What car will be considered like vintage?
Dude, that wooden stripe station wagon, that's going to be looked at as like the Beetle one day.
I
Oh,
had
but
one of those.
I'm thinking like early 2000s. Like I had that Jeep Liberty for forever. I don't think you're gonna see a Jeep Liberty
No.
in 10 years.
Okay, but also remember the Beatles, like Slug Bugs, like our parents thought those were like the
those
worst
came-
car at one point, and
Those
they
did
came
come
back and they
back,
had
yeah.
a huge revival.
I'll give you one, and especially this fits great because we're Chevy guys. The Chevy Impala, the old school Chevy Impala from the 2000s with the back lights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Oh, yeah.
about? The trunk.
cop car,
and
yeah.
yes, exactly. Yeah. Those were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think those will age well.
My dad's got a 1966 Chevy Impala.
Does it? Yeah. I know, like,
But that's a classic.
yeah.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you say, like, like from our age, what will
Yeah.
be.
Like
if-
you'll never recognize it
What about,
now.
like-
You have to give it like
But,
20
like,
years to be like, oh,
What
it's
about-
cool again.
What about Hummers?
Yeah,
think
I
Hummers
think they'll
will-
all have their time back.
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Someone sees that in the year
mean, those-
2040, they look at that like,
They
"Whoa,
never
what is
really
this car? It looks like a spaceship.
left though. I feel like
Oh yeah, they did.
Hummers?
they still make Hummers.
Dude, yeah, but they were.
Hummers were like
Okay,
the
boomer.
hot car like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
That was
They're not-
I was boomer of you.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, for you to think Hummers never left was boomer.
I mean I didn't.
You wanted one of those big yellow ones?
I want to say they got squeezed out heavy because
They were like the gas.
the war on gas. They were like the number one target, which I understood.
they had like 6 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is fine if gas is like $1.10.
Yeah, but now they're like big electric. Like those,
Hummer pivoted.
I think those are kind of blowing up a little bit. But yeah, Hummers I think will definitely have some staying
You think
power.
like an H3? Remember those? Like the little mini versions of the Hummers?
All the athletes had those.
Yeah, I know.
Remember? And then they just stopped.
Right.
They stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones we'll never see again are going to be like the Corollas, the Camrys.
Yeah, those are like
Yeah.
post. Even like some of these like Forerunners and those type of ones are kind of the
I mean, the
path-
Bronco.
Yeah.
Making a comeback.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I don't think you're gonna see a 2001 Ford Focus make a
And
comeback.
I don't think I'm trying to think of what the Cadillac equivalent of the early 2000s.
That's
would
what I'm
be.
saying, there
Like,
is
I think your Cadillac has a distinct look and feel, and it's like it feels like regal in a way. Where those Cadillacs from 15 years ago,
There's some
right.
of them, but that's because like they changed the names of them too. Like they were DeVille's and
I always hated that when they were like, "Oh, this is the XC98
Yeah, I changed
or whatever."
it,
Yeah.
dude, the old Blazer. I bet you that makes him classic.
Mhm.
The old Blazer was
Yeah,
sweet.
Suburban.
You know? Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, those were really cool. You know,
Yeah, maybe.
I think there were some. Nice.
I do love the trucks from the 90s too, but that's 90s, I guess, more
Yeah.
than 2000s. Yeah. Like my favorite truck is the one that McConaughey drove in True Detective, like that red
Okay.
truck with I
Yeah.
thought that truck was so sweet, but
Mhm.
Or like those classic old school soccer mom vans, the Fords that curved in front. They were usually like forest green. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like everyone had a friend whose parents had that car.
I think my mom had that car.
I
Yeah.
think we did too.
I
at one
did
point.
see a driving somewhere yesterday. I saw a conversion van with like 24-inch rims and like completely tinted out windows. It's like, why are you spending all that to gas up a conversion van?
But-
it looked like a Pimp My Ride conversion van.
But that's the way it is. Like everything's cyclical. Like
Yeah.
it all comes back. First, now it's the Volkswagen thing. Now, like next, it's going to be the conversion vans are back.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm just gonna. Point being, I'm just gonna stick with my ankle socks.
Hang on to
No
them until they
shows.
become vintage.
Yeah.
I'll wear the hip ones now. I just won't buy. Like, if someone bought them for me, I'd wear them.
I would wear them around the house, but like they also just don't feel comfortable to me. Like I don't want to feel like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Constantly pull them up.
Yeah.
Who needs that?
Yeah, you're not about that, huh?
No.
Prevents blisters. You're gonna get blisters with these. Your ankle socks are always gonna be riding down.
Now they got the little rubber stickies on the heel.
You
That's
know what?
boomer.
That was folding it down was the worst though.
Yeah.
It never worked. And then I don't know if you guys were you ever put money in your sock back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just always.
You guys are sounding more and more boomerish. Money in the sock.
You ever put money in your sock?
Cash guy.
Usually just my pocket.
Well, sometimes you get shorts in their pockets.
Yeah, you
Gotta
had to
have
put it in your sock.
pockets.
Frequently.
That's
Why you had cargo shorts.
There's a whole Curb episode about that. You seen that one?
I don't think so.
He tries to pay off.
They
a bet.
took it off Peloton, so I stopped watching it.
Larry tries to pay he had a $50 bet that he had to pay a guy, and he like ran into him jogging, and he like tried to give him a 50 out of it. So it was all sweaty and gross. He's like, I'm not taking that. He's like, this is the bet. You're taking this sweaty 50. And I feel like Eddie would be that guy.
Oh, dude,
take
I've
this
given
gross
some ice
50.
cream men some disgusting dollar bills.
We had a 7-Eleven guy who would not accept shoe money. He said,
Really?
No shoe money. No shoe money. Like, come on, dude.
That's just ridiculous. Money's money.
Tell it to a 7-Eleven clerk.
I mean, I get.
your local ice cream man, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a thing with like the women who do the boob money too.
Oh, they'll take that money, all right.
Yeah.
They'll pull a 20 out of the brassiere. You know, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth 50 now.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. That wouldn't 7-Eleven want to take it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's wild. Dave, good weekend for you.
Yeah, I did absolutely nothing.
Sounds
It was
nice.
everything I could have dreamed of, Ed. I sat and I stared and I clicked for about 48 straight hours.
What'd you watch?
A lot of the first 48. First 48 marathon.
Did they catch anyone?
Yeah, a few guys.
Nice.
A few guys, yeah. They beat the 48 hours. Yeah.
I didn't know you're a little true crime guy.
It's the most
First 48
easily
has a
bingeable
format. Yeah.
TV show ever. I don't know what the formula that they did to like make me watch 12 straight hours of it, but they did it, and it's like a drug to me. And next thing you know, it'll be like 8 o'clock at night, and I'll be on episode 12 of it. Have you ever watched it?
Yes, I have.
It's I never go out of my way to watch it. It's always on when I'm watching the History or whatever channel it's on the night before, and then I'll turn it on during the day. I'm like, oh, it's on. Then I just get sucked in.
I feel like it's A&E or something.
Something, yeah.
yeah, I'm more of a Forensic Files guy though.
Also good.
I don't think I've ever seen Forensic
It's a
Files.
half hour
Also
too,
good.
which really,
I used to love America's Most Wanted too.
yeah.
It's back now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's back.
Unsolved Mysteries is great too.
Yeah.
Robert
What's his name? Joe Walsh. Not
Walsh, yeah.
Is it Joe Walsh?
Yeah, uh-huh.
No, it's not Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh is the guy from the Eagles.
There's two Joe Walshes.
Is it Joe Walsh?
Probably more than that.
Probably a lot
Maybe
more.
John
than that.
Walsh, maybe?
John Walsh. I think
Is
it's
it John?
Walsh.
It's Jay Walsh, regardless.
Yeah, it was like a big deal when it came back, like not even a year ago.
Yeah. No, I love those shows. Robert Stack's voice in Unsolved Mysteries is just it's a perfect narration. He should get as much love as Morgan Freeman and David Attenborough.
That's high. That's high praise.
High praise.
He used to scare the fuck out of you when you were a kid staying home from school.
Yeah,
You know?
not lying, Ed. It sure did.
Chicago, Illinois, you know, in the wooded area.
What was the X-Files? That was on the Daily Dozen yesterday. That show scared the shit out of me.
Great theme song.
Do 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 do
Great theme song. Were you guys, speaking of that, Are You Afraid of the Dark or
Tales of the Crypt.
no, Goosebumps?
both.
Both. Yeah. Probably more Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I actually did read the books
Yeah.
And
for Goosebumps.
for Goosebumps. Yeah, R.L. Stein.
Yeah.
I remember the one I liked the most. It was called The Beast from the East, and they had to like go up levels, and they would be in like a forest. And once they would kill the beast, then they would advance to the next level, and the beast was harder at like level 2, and then level 3 was harder.
a
than
video
level
game?
2. It was like a video game. It's kind of like Hunger Games from the sounds of it.
We're gonna be sleeping
That's
in
all
a
I
cabin
remember.
tonight, hearing Dave go, "The beast from the east."
Having Slappy.
Dave,
the,
wake up! We can't.
Slappy, the Night of the Living
No.
Dummy. Just
Yeah,
show
yeah,
up in
yeah.
our bathroom.
Should we wake Dave up during his night terrors and see what happens? You're not supposed to do that, right?
The one time someone did it, I tried to kill him.
I hope you night terror.
I don't know that you do, Ed.
I don't want that.
I'll,
You have to tackle him. I'm not doing it.
we got Bosco. That's like Bosco normal is just could take down, White Sox Dave's
They're
night
both
terror.
gonna wake up to fighting each other in the middle of the night. Like, what's going on?
That's a clash of the Titans. Crazy.
Yeah, the one time someone woke me up, it was my roommate, and I tackled him and pinned him to the ground, and I came to, and we were like fucking trying to kill each other. And I was probably about 28 or 9 years old, so not that long ago.
Did he almost knock over the
27
pumpkin?
years old. The pumpkin was there, Ed.
Was it?
It was, yeah, that was probably right about
At that time.
like that time frame, yeah.
Damn.
Nowhere near Halloween.
Did it like get bugs or anything?
I didn't even know it was rotten until
You picked it up?
I picked it up, yeah. Because like the outer case was fine.
Can't fake that shot again.
No, you can't.
yeah.
No CGI there.
My friend had one of his workers. He left a sandwich in his truck, and he said it got maggots, and now the whole truck is just infested with flies.
Come on.
That's
Yeah.
fucking gross. We had our trash. It had a ton of maggots like a couple weeks ago. It's just like, I don't know. There's like very few things that gross me out more than that. Maggots are like,
What do you? How mad are you at the friend if he just ruins your car like that? There's got to be some punishment there, some accountability.
It was the kid was in Ireland, and he went back for his J1 visa, so he's already gone. So the kid there's
Wow. Hit and run.
there's no
no repercussions.
there's no
Yeah.
worker repercussions. No, so now the guy's like he has to get it detailed. Like that's like he said they cleaned it out, they took the sandwich out, but now it's just like they cannot get rid of the fly problem inside the truck.
That's
He's like, all right, go for a detail. It's like the problem is I have a lot of tools in that truck, so it's like I can't just leave without
right.
without it going. So bad situation.
Wow. They had to take the sandwich out for him. He didn't even remove the sandwich.
No, they didn't know it was there.
Oh.
Like they must have worked and then they parked it up or something like that, and then it just kind of snowballed.
How do you misplace a sandwich?
Yeah, how do you misplace a sandwich?
They must have been working and they just left it under the seat or something.
It happens.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Someone went hungry.
old banana on the back seat. You ever have that, Dave?
No.
Bananas stink after a while.
Yeah. Though I feel like that's a huge fruit fly fruit too. Like if you just have a thing of bananas.
Fruit flies are the worst.
They are.
There's a lot of worse. They're bad.
They're
Not-
bad.
they're not.
Yeah.
We had fruit flies.
They come
before.
so fast and they're relentless.
Little apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kill him.
that's the way to do it, right? Poke little holes in the bowl on the counter.
I used to do it with honey, but same
I feel like
thing.
that would be the opposite effect.
Yeah, that probably didn't work.
That's what the bar had us do that I worked
Really?
at. Yeah, they would have us
Would
take
they
a
just
mason jar.
Get them stuck in there?
You take a mason jar, put a little just like tablespoon of honey at the bottom of it, and you know how there's the circle cap
Yeah.
that punches out. Put cellophane over it, poke holes, and then twist it on, and they get in, and they can't get out.
Was this a college bar?
No, it was the golf course I worked at.
Oh, okay. How often did they clean the beer lines?
We did it often.
Oh, that's good. I just imagine a lot of places.
But I mean, in college, we had to. That was like a nicer golf course. That wasn't in a college town.
Yeah. I bet
I
there's a lot of
I wasn't in
gross
charge of that, but
bars.
I was kind of in charge of it a little bit.
Fruit
Really?
fly duty.
Everybody was on charge of fruit fly dirty. That's like the one thing at a bar that will fuck you up. You got to get rid of everything.
Keep that net in your back pocket in case you see one.
yeah, you can't just. This bar had them bad, but they were taking the little plastic shot glasses and just putting them on top of the liquor.
We would take
After
the
the
Dixie
night?
cups, yeah, just the little like triangle Dixie cups and put them on top of the.
But I feel like that doesn't work,
That's what we did. I don't know.
right?
Don't know. Not an expert.
Or what do you think about bars that have the instead of the lime, they just squirt the lime juice in there? They don't have fresh lime.
I mean, I don't like it.
That's just the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to see the lime. I think you more so want that lime in your drink. as opposed to wanting the lime taste.
Hot take. I think it makes a beer worse if you throw a lime in it. I just don't like the.
Someone told me that the reason Corona has the lime in their marketing is because the clear bottle will skunk the beer more than a brown or green bottle, so that you need, more times than not, you need the lime to freshen up the beer, otherwise it'll taste gross.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that as well.
Yeah.
I wonder why it is.
Sunlight poisoning, oxidation, or whatever.
I wonder why a clear bottle is.
Well, because it doesn't block the light. It's the light.
It
It's the light.
absorbs less of the light.
It's the light contamination. That's why the brown bottles are a thing.
Why don't they just make black, completely opaque bottles then?
Well, those are called cans.
Then why? I mean, why?
I don't know.
Are you guys bottles or cans?
I'm probably
Or draft?
more often a can.
Yeah.
Bottle.
You?
I'd say bottle.
I'm a bottle guy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the can. I like
I
the
don't
feel
really
of the
care,
can.
though.
Yeah, I don't have. It's not like a strong.
But a great draft is a great Miller on. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's a luxury.
When I'm drinking out of a cup, I'm drinking.
Yeah.
That's
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
that's, that's a rule of thumb for
Yeah.
me.
That is true.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say more likely than not, my preferred method is a
You
bottle.
bring in the jug to Camp Barstool?
Dude, I made it again this weekend.
I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The jungle juice.
No, it's not jungle juice. It's
Jug.
jug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you bringing it up?
I don't.
Are
think-
we allowed to drink
I
on
don't
these grounds?
I don't
know.
think so. I don't think it like. I also there was a thing on Shark Tank a while. It's called Camp No Counselors, and it was kind of like an adult summer camp where you go
I
for
saw
like a
that,
week and like everyone boozes and it's like all you can drink and everything like that. I don't think it's gonna be like that, but it always sounded kind of fun. You get hammered, you play kickball and shit, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what we're in store for. So
Is it going to be like the Olympics again, where we got games and competitions and everything?
yes, I know that because I'm an official or I'm on the broadcast team, so I know what you guys are in for.
Dun dun dun.
You want to tell us?
There's some fun ones. Some
Is
that
there
I'm
some-
jealous that I'm not
Okay.
able to do.
Are you not telling us? Are
I
you?
don't know if I'm
I
allowed
don't
to.
think you're allowed to.
Why would he not be?
They kept the Olympic stuff like under such. I remember asking Corey, he's like, "Can't tell you." I'm like,
I want to tell you because one, I'm very excited for.
For me?
No, just like
in
every
general.
like it just, and I remember and I also think we're gonna draft camp games, so I don't even want to say that because I want to draft it because it's that elite of a camp game.
Are there any where you're like, oh, thank God I don't got to do that one?
Yeah, maybe a few, but like I don't think I would be chosen for this one anyway. So
I was so exhausted after the Olympics, like physically from like the wrestling, especially from the wrestling, that I'm like, I can't believe we're doing this.
yeah, I could have helped you out more on that if my suit didn't break.
Yeah.
Wrestling was great for me.
Yeah, you were one and done. I think I did 4 matches.
Did my job.
Yeah. And there was one point where I'm like, I'm gonna black out. And then I was talking to him about it after, and I was like, you could have killed me. He's like, yeah, then I realized that this is not the goal of this, so I just quit. But I'm like, he had me in like this type of headlock. I'm like, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, he had you in like a UFC style.
Yeah. I'm like,
Kimura.
I'm not breathing that well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
You see that final shot of Chief on Chaps? He was just
Yeah. It's like
full
pile
mounting
drive. Yeah.
him.
You were mounting him?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah, we
do
almost had to
any
censor it.
Favors for the Chiefs not gay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at all.
Hammered him though.
Hammered him.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
up.
yeah. It looked like I was
Pile
fucking
drive.
Chad.
It was aggressive missionary.
Yeah. And I was trying to like push him out of the ring from that position.
He was
So
thrusting him
a
out.
lot,
Yeah,
a lot of hip thrusts. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
He had Chaps by the ankles up here. And then he started to rest him on his shoulders. It was very weird.
That man was just going to town.
Yeah.
Spanked him.
That's funny. All right, then. We could wrap this up. Unless anyone has anything else.
No.
Except for the drive. You guys going to get a rib with me?
No.
Rib?
Do we want to talk about Caleb?
Quick trip. Yeah, wait for Wednesday. It's a sports show.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about him.
What do you want to say?
Right?
It was awesome.
A lot of good, a few bad, but
Strong analysis, fellas. Strong analysis. Glad we got that in.
well, I'll say this and we can save it. But do you guys watch that quarterback guru guy I know you know who I'm talking about. I don't know his name, but he does the all 22, and the receivers were dogging it for Caleb this week. It looked like specifically.
I didn't see that, but
Gerald Everett and Keenan. He's like, I don't know what the fuck kind of route these guys were running. I know it's preseason, but he's like, this is pathetic. He was like just trashing Keenan Allen and Gerald Everett. But he was like over the moon. He's like, dude, the Bears, they got a good one. They got a good one.
I think we do.
I think so too.
Even Shea still do the all 22.
So.
He should do that.
Well, he does the Bucks, if anything.
Just draw arrows.
Baker Mayfield film. All right, then. That's it, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see you all on tomorrow, actually, right? We're releasing things early. Probably tomorrow, Wednesday, maybe Thursday.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But, yeah, likely with the Hard Knocks review, we'll try to get it up as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So, Wednesday.
Just stay subscribed, and you'll always see it. So, thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.